The bar is almost empty now. He takes the corner seat, no clock, no phone. Every word he didn't say made him more alone. He doesn't need the noise, he never did. He keeps the war inside him tightly hid. He doesn't run, he doesn't hide. He lets the silence be his guide. Silence wears a suit, tailored to the bone. Every seam a scar, every stitch alone. Silence wears a suit, and he wears it well. What it costs to build it, only time will tell. You see composure, you don't see the years. You see a man, you don't see what he bears. Every room goes quiet when he walks inside. Not for what he shows, for what he keeps inside. He observes it all, he speaks to none. That's the code he lives by. That's how it's done. Silence wears a suit, tailored to the bone. Every seam a scar, every stitch alone. There were nights I almost broke the seal, almost let you see the things I feel. But I learned that what you hold inside is the only thing they cannot take or hide. Silence wears a suit, tailored to the bone. Every seam a scar, every stitch alone. Silence wears a suit, and I wear it well. Silence wears a suit, tailored to the bone. Every seam a scar, every stitch alone. Silence fits like home. I stopped explaining what I carry. The day I quit defending every scar, I learned the weight I held, it made me hard. I don't apologize for what I am. I don't perform composure on demand. Every doubt I burned became a map. Every loss I took, I don't want it back. that tried to end me built me from the edge. Pain is not my enemy. Pain became my blade. Every wound a lesson, every scar repaid. You see a man who never seems to break. You don't see the nights I had to shake. Every price I paid alone. Every inch of ground I call my own. I don't beg for understanding now, I just build myself. I learned the how. Pain is not my enemy. Pain became my craft. Everything that tried to end me built me from the ash. There were nights I set it all on fire, watched my old self burn a little higher. If I hadn't lost the things I lost, I'd still be small. I'd never know the cause. Pain is not my enemy. Pain became my craft. Everything that tried to end me built me from the ash. Pain became my blade. Every wound repaid. Pain became my craft. Built me from the ash. Every scar repaid. Pain became my blade. Pain became my craft. He sets her photograph face down. He doesn't say her name anymore. Just pours the glass and stares at the floor. He let her go the way men let things go. In silence, slowly, without letting it show. He doesn't run, he doesn't call, he just rebuilds himself through it all. Cold hands, warm regret. Everything he keeps, he can't forget. Cold hands, warm regret. The things he held too tight, the things he let. Cold hands, warm regret. The only love he built was built alone. Cold hands, warm regret. Cold hands coming home. You see a man who doesn't need a thing. You don't see the weight that absence brings. Every night he chose his silence over her. felt assured. He's not broken, he's just learned to hold the spaces where the warmth was. Now it's cold. Cold hands, warm regret. Everything he keeps, he can't forget. Cold hands, warm regret. The only love he built was built alone. Even to keep me. Cold hands, warm regret. Everything I keep, I can't forget. Cold hands, warm regret. The only love I built was built alone. Cold hands, warm regret. The only love built alone. Cold hands, warm regret. The only love built alone. Cold hands coming home. He sets a photograph face down. I move when others are still talking. I don't announce the work, I let it stand. I don't explain the calluses on my hands. Every night I built when no one watched. Every bridge I crossed, I burned and crossed. I don't need the room to know my name. I've been building in the dark since I became. Move in silence, let the work speak loud. Move in silence, I don't need a crowd. Move in silence, every step a choice. Move in silence, that is my voice. You see a man who never seems to rush. You don't see the current underneath the hush. Every calculated step was paid in full. Every quiet move they thought was dull. I don't chase the recognition now. I just build and build and don't ask how. Move in silence, let the work speak loud. Move in silence, I don't need a crowd. almost proved to them it was my choice. But the man who speaks to prove his worth has already given more than he deserves. Move in silence, let the work speak loud. Move in silence, every step a choice. Move in silence, that is my voice. Move in silence, let the work speak loud. Move in silence, every step a choice. Move in silence. Rain taps slow on a broken street. He built from what was left when nothing stood. No blueprint, no applause, just understood that every wound he carried had a use. Every wall that fell was just a fuse. He doesn't speak of what he overcame. The work itself is speaking. It became built from ruin, shaped by what was lost. Every scar in architecture, every pain a cost. Built from ruin, standing all the same. The fire didn't break him, it just wrote his name. You see a man who seems untouched by time. You don't see the wreckage in the climb. Every night he fell alone. Every morning after, harder than bone. He's not lucky, he's not gifted friend. He just refused to let the break-in end. Built from ruin, shaped by what was lost. Every scar in architecture, every pain a cost. There were moments I could feel the ground give way, where everything I built could have decayed. If I'd let one moment break the frame, I would have never been the man I became. Built from ruin, shaped by what was lost. Every scar in architecture, father never said the word, neither did he. I learned to walk before I learned to ask. I learned that silence was the only task. No hand reached down to show me what was right. I just stood up and walked toward the light. I don't resent the man who never came. I just became the man he never named. Fatherless and standing, built myself from nothing given. Fatherless and standing, every lesson self-driven. Fatherless and standing, the ghost who shaped me most was the one who was absent. Now I hold the post. You see a man of discipline and code. You don't see the boy who walked alone on the road. Every value that I carry in my chest, I had to build. No inheritance, no rest. I don't carry bitterness, just the shade of a man who learned there was no escape. Fatherless and standing, built myself from nothing given. Fatherless and standing, every lesson self-driven. There were nights I spoke to no one but the dark. Asked the silence questions without any mark. If I ever got an answer, it was this: the men who build alone are never missed. They are found. Fatherless and standing, built myself from nothing given. Every lesson self-driven. Now I hold the post. Fatherless and standing, built from nothing given. Every lesson self-driven. The ghost shaped me most. Now I hold the post. Midnight finds him in the same chair, always the same. city runs its noise outside the glass. He lets it all come in, he lets it pass. He doesn't answer what he didn't start. He keeps the turbulence away from art. He doesn't crack, he doesn't break his pace. He took the heat and put it in its place. Composed to the bone, controlled to the end. Nothing you can offer that would make him bend. Composed to the bone, that's the code he keeps. What it costs to hold it, he carries in his sleeve. You see a man who carries nothing heavy. You don't see the anchor keeping him steady. Every storm that came, he stood inside. He didn't run, he didn't find a place to hide. He observes, he calculates, he waits. That's the power of a man who never breaks. Composed to the bone, controlled to the end. Nothing you can offer that would make him bend. There were nights the armor almost fell, when the silence had too much to tell. If I ever let composure fail, the man I am would not survive the tale. Composed to the bone, controlled to the end. Nothing you can offer, I don't bend. Composed to the bone, composed to the bone. Nothing you can offer, I don't bend. Composed to the bone. Composed to the bone. I have nothing left to carry. That is how I know I made it. I counted every cost, I paid every toll. I traded comfort for the strength that made me whole. I don't call it suffering, I call it school. Every broken rule became my sharpest tool. Every night I fell, I rose before the dawn. That's the only thing I needed to stay strong. Every scar a blueprint, every wound a wall. Everything they said would end me taught me not to fall. Every scar a blueprint, read it if you can. Every line a self-made man. You see a man who seems to have it all. You don't see the grace it took to take the fall. Every time the pressure came to crush, I let it, I turned silence into trust. I don't fear what's coming anymore. I've already walked through every kind of war. Every scar a blueprint, every wound a wall. Everything they said would end me taught me not to fall. There was a year I almost disappeared. Let the wreckage take the things I'd cleared. If I'd let that moment be the last, I wouldn't be the archive of my past. Every scar a blueprint, every wound a wall. I learned not to fall. Read it if you can. Every line a lesson. Self-made man. Self-made man. Every scar a blueprint, every scar a blueprint. He chooses not to speak. He stands inside the doorway one last time. He takes the shape of everything behind. No ceremony, no final word to say. He just turns the collar up and walks away. He doesn't leave with anger, doesn't fight. He just removes himself. He chooses night. The room I left behind still breathes my name. The room I left behind remembers every frame. The room I left behind, I built it all alone. The room I left behind is all I've ever known. You see a man who walks without a look back. You don't see the love he had to leave intact. Every door he closed was hard to shut. Every leaving left another cut. He's not cold, he's not a man of stone. He still breathes my name. The room I left behind, I built it all alone. The room I left behind. Oh, oh. The room I left behind still breathes my name. Built all alone, the room I left behind. Stopped explaining myself the year I finally understood. I don't give my words to everyone who asks. I learned that speaking freely never lasts. Every sentence that I keep behind the wall is worth more than every word I let fall. I don't waste precision on the noise. I save my meaning for the things that matter. Measured words, I spend them like a man who's running low. Measured words, I never let them hear more than they know. Measured words, the silence holds the truth I keep inside. Measured words, some things live better when they hide. You see a man who doesn't talk enough. You don't see the discipline behind hush. Every word I didn't say preserved the peace. Every pause I held became a masterpiece. He doesn't need you to agree. The quiet ones already see. Measured words, I spend them like a man who's running low. Measured words, the silence holds the truth I keep inside. There were years I spoke to fill the space, tried to place my meaning in your face, until I learned that silence when it's whole says more than any sentence you control. Measured words, I spend them like a man who's running low. Measured words, the silence holds the truth. Measured words, measured words, spend like a man running low. Measured words, silence holds the truth. Measured words. Cold night, hanging from his coat. He walks the kind of streets that test the will. He doesn't flinch when everything goes still. Every fire that almost burned him down, he used to forge a stronger kind of crown. He doesn't rage, he doesn't break his pace. He took the heat and put it in its place. Fire into stillness, that's the alchemy. Every burning took a piece and gave it back as steel. Fire into stillness, that's the path he chose. Turn the heat to discipline, that's how a man grows. You see a man of patience and control. You don't see the infernos in his soul. Every trial that tried to make him run, he stood inside the middle of the sun. He learned that fire doesn't have to kill. It can temper if you find the will. Fire into stillness, that's the alchemy. Every burning took a piece and gave it back as steel. There were moments I was all consumed, where the fire felt like certain doom. If I'd run from every burning thing, I'd have never grown my iron ring. Fire in the stillness, that's the alchemy. Turn the heat to discipline, that's how a man grows. Fire in the stillness, fire in the stillness, that's the alchemy. Every burning gave back steel, that's the path I chose. Fire in the stillness. Cold night, hanging from his coat. I left without a word. It was the cleanest thing. I didn't say goodbye, I had no words. I just took the coat and left the rest behind. Every life I built before that night was fuel for the man I need to find. I don't call it losing, I call it start. Every clear table is a work of art. Started over in the dark. No map, no light, no help. Started over in the dark. Nobody but myself. Started over in the dark. That's where the strong men go. Started over in the dark. That's all I need to know. You see a man who seems completely settled now. You don't see the night he burned and didn't bow. Every empty pocket, every silent road, every night he chose to carry his own load. He's not running from anything that passed. He's building something meant to last. Started over in the dark. No map, no light, no help. Started over in the dark. Nobody but myself. When starting over felt like certain doom. If I'd let that silence be the end, I wouldn't know the man I had to become. Started over in the dark. No map, no light, no help. Nobody but myself. That's where the strong men go. Started over in the dark. The city knows him better than any person does. He chose the road that nobody else would take. He chose the silence, he chose the hate. Every night alone was a decision made. Every stone he laid was self-relayed. He doesn't need the warmth to stay alive. He found out solitude is how some men thrive. The discipline of solitude, not loneliness or cold. The discipline of solitude, the chosen heart is rolled. The discipline of solitude, A man who walks alone, built something no one reaches, a kingdom of his own. You see a man who doesn't need a crowd. You don't see the choice behind that quiet proud. Every silence was selected, every space, every empty room a saving grace. He's not isolated, he's defined by the architecture of a solitary mind. The discipline of solitude, not loneliness or cold. The discipline of solitude, a kingdom of his own. There were nights I almost let someone in, almost broke the silence I lived within. But I learned the things I built alone are stronger than the things shared on loan. The discipline of solitude, not loneliness or cold. The discipline of solitude, a kingdom of my own. The chosen hardest road. The discipline of solitude, not loneliness or cold. The chosen hardest road, a kingdom of my own. The discipline of solitude. I walked into the dark and never asked for a man. Every failure pointed somewhere worth going. Every loss was wind that kept me moving. I don't look for signs in what was taken. I just walk the path that I've been making. Every broken road taught me direction. Every burned bridge gave me a reflection. Darkness became my direction. Every night a kind of grace. Darkness became my direction, showing me my place. Darkness became my compass. Darkness gave me sight. I don't need the day to guide me. I was built for night. You see a man who knows exactly where he's going. You don't see the years he spent not knowing. Every wrong turn sharpened the precision. Every failed attempt, a new decision. He doesn't map the future anymore. He just walks until he finds the door. Darkness became my direction. Every night a kind of grace. Darkness became my compass, showing me my place. There were years I waited for the light, stood still and hoped and lost so many nights, until I understood the dark was not the problem. I was just afraid to trust the bottom. Darkness became my direction. Every night a kind of grace. I was built for night. Darkness showed my place. Darkness became my direction. Every night a grace. Darkness gave me sight. I was built for night. Darkness became my direction. Walked into the dark and never asked for a map. He sits where the light runs thin. He doesn't weep where anyone can see. He carries it the way men carry, quietly. Every loss is handled, processed, filed, behind the eyes that haven't wept since he was a child. He doesn't need the ritual of mourning. He just wakes up older every morning. Grief without a sound, that's how this man breaks. Grief without a sound, no witness, no mistake. Grief without a sound, he folds it like a letter no one ever reads. Grief without a sound, that's all he needs. You see a man who handles everything with grace. You don't see the grief behind the measured face. Every loss he swallowed and stood straight. Every wound he dressed himself and wouldn't wait. He doesn't grieve the way they say he should. He grieves the only way he ever could. Grief without a sound. That's how this man breaks. Grief without a sound. No witness, no mistake. There were losses that almost made me speak, almost let the armor show a creak. If I let one tear be publicly shown, I'd have lost the only thing I'd ever own. Grief without a sound. That's how I break. Grief without a sound. No witness, no mistake. Grief without a sound. Grief without a sound. That's how I break. No witness, no mistake. Folded like a letter. Grief without a sound. I don't announce my presence, I just am. I learned to move through rooms without a sound. I learned to leave no mark above the ground. Every step is measured, every pause is planned, every silence carved by my own hand. I don't need the room to feel me enter. The shifting air is all that I remember. Shadow that walks alone, that's the name they gave the quiet ones. Shadow that walks alone, never chasing anyone. Shadow that walks alone. I carry nothing I don't own. Shadow that walks alone. That is how I've always known. You see a man who disappears in crowds. You don't see the choice behind the shroud. Every room he passes through, he leaves complete. No debris, no residue, no heat. He doesn't linger where he isn't needed. The shadow moves before he's even seated. Shadow that walks alone, that's the name they gave the quiet ones. Shadow that walks alone. I carry nothing I don't own. There were years I tried to take up space, tried to let the world see every face, until I learned the man who fills the room is not the man who shapes what fills never chasing anyone. Shadow that walks alone. I carry nothing I don't own. That is how I've always known. Shadow that walks alone. Chasing anyone. I carry nothing I don't own. That is how I've always known. Shadow that walks alone. He wears his losses like a second skin. He didn't choose the tailoring of pain, but he wore the suit and wore it without shame. Every thread a consequence he kept, every seam a night he didn't let himself weep. He doesn't talk of what the fabric cost, he just wears it better than any man who lost. Pain as a tailored suit, custom fit for him. Pain as a tailored suit, worn within the dim. Pain as a tailored suit, the finest clothes he owns. Pain as a tailored suit, tailored to his bones. You see a man of style and measured grace, you don't see the cuts that shape that face. Every loss was fitted to his frame, every wound adjusted for the strain. He didn't choose the cloth, he chose the wearing. That's the difference, that is what he's bearing. Pain as a tailored suit, custom fit for him. Pain as a tailored suit, tailored to his bones. There were times I wanted to take it off, let the raw exposure be enough. But I've worn this suit so long it fits. Pain became the man, and the man commits. Pain as a tailored suit, custom fit for me. Pain as a tailored suit, the finest clothes I own, tailored to my bones. Pain as a tailored suit, custom fit for me. The finest clothes I own, tailored to my bones. Pain has a tailored suit. I loved her the only way I knew how, in silence. I never said the things that needed saying. I kept my love the way I kept my grieving. Every gesture was a word I couldn't form. Every long night near her was a storm. I didn't like the feeling, I lacked the bridge. And by the time I found it, she was finished. What she'll never know is how much I held. What she'll never know, the love I never spilled. What she'll never know lives in me still, quiet and contained. What she'll never know is still the only thing that bears my name. You see a man who doesn't speak of her, you don't see the archive I prefer. Every morning with the coffee in the dark, I give her a few seconds in my heart. She doesn't know, she'll never know it's mine. That's the only way love stays alive. Oh, what she'll never know is how much I held. What she'll never know, the love I never spilled. There was a night I almost said it all, almost let the silence take the fall. If I'd spoken, maybe she'd have stayed. But I am what silence made. What she'll never know is how much I held. What she'll never know, the love I never spelled. Lives in me still, bears my name. What she'll never know, how much I held. What she'll never know, the love I never spelled. Lives in me still. What she'll never know. The ground was broken when you started. didn't have the tools that others had. He didn't have the father, didn't have the map. He built from whatever the night left behind. He built with the discipline of a fractured mind. He doesn't carry bitterness for what he lacked. He just built a kingdom from the cracks. Iron will, broken ground, that's where the real man is found. Iron will, broken ground, no applause, no crowd, no sound. Iron will, broken ground, that's the only road he knows. Iron will, broken ground, that is how a man grows. You see a man who carries himself with ease. You don't see the broken ground beneath his knees. Every night he fell, he got back up alone. Every scar he earned, he turned to stone. He didn't build because it made him proud. He built because it was the only thing allowed. Iron will, broken ground, that's where the real man is found. Iron will, broken ground, that is how a man grows. There were nights I had nothing left to offer, no will remain and nothing left to foster. If I'd stayed down in that broken year, I wouldn't know the man I chose to be here. Iron will, broken ground, that's where this man was found. No applause, no crowd, no sound. Iron will, broken ground. Iron will, broken ground. Iron will, broken ground, that's where he was found. No applause, no crowd, no sound. Iron will, broken ground, that is how a man grows. I have been through what breaks most men I know. I felt the pressure no one talks about, the kind that doesn't make you scream or shout, the quiet kind that finds you after dark, the kind that leaves a permanent remark. I don't claim I'm stronger, I just stayed. That's the difference in the choice I made. What destroys lesser men built me into this. What destroys lesser men became the architect. What destroys lesser men, I wore it, learned its weight. What destroys lesser men is how I became great. You see a man who carries nothing on his face. You don't see the pressure he replaced. Every breakdown that I had in private, I converted into something finite. He's not unbreakable, he just repairs. That's the difference between men who care. What destroys lesser men built me into this. What destroys lesser men became the architect. There was a season I was nearly gone, when the weight almost outweighed carrying on. If I'd let that season be my last, the man I am would still be in the past. What destroys lesser men built me into this, became the architect. I wore it, learned its weight. That's how I became great. What destroys lesser men built me into this, became the architect. I wore it, learned its weight. What destroys lesser men? He chooses not to speak. And stands inside the doorway one last time. He takes the shape of everything behind. No ceremony, no final word to say. He just turns the collar up and walks away. He doesn't leave with anger, doesn't fight. He just removes himself, he chooses night. The room I left behind still breathes my name. The room I left behind remembers every frame. The room I left behind, I built it all alone. The room I left behind is all I've ever known. You see a man who walks without a look back. You don't see the love he had to leave intact. Every door he closed was hard to shut. Every leaving left another cut. He's not cold, he's not a man of stone. He's a man who learns to carry it breathes my name. The room I left behind remembers every frame. The room I left behind is all I've ever known. There were nights I almost turned around, almost let myself be lost and found. But I knew the cost of staying past my time. Some rooms aren't built to hold the men they find. Breathes my name. The room I left behind, I built it all alone. The room I left behind. The room I left behind still breathes my name. The room I left behind, built all alone. The room I left behind. He chooses not to speak. I have nothing left to carry. That is how I know I made it. I counted every cost, I paid every toll. I traded comfort for the strength that made me whole. I don't call it suffering, I call it school. Every broken rule became my sharpest tool. Every night I fell, I rose before the dawn. That's the only thing I needed to stay strong. Every scar a blueprint, every wound a wall. Everything they said would end me taught me not to fall. Every scar a blueprint, read it if you can. Every line a lesson from a self-made man. You see a man who seems to have it all. You don't see the grace it took to take the fall. Every time the pressure came to crush, I let it out, turned silence into trust. I don't fear what's coming anymore. I've already walked through every kind of war. Every scar a blueprint, every wound a wall. Everything they said would end me taught me not to fall. was a year I almost disappeared. Let the wreckage take the things I'd cleared. If I'd let that moment be the last, I wouldn't be the archive of my past. Every scar a blueprint, every wound a wall. I learned not to fall. Read it if you can. Every line a lesson. Self-made man. Every scar a blueprint, every wound a wall, every line a lesson. Self-made man. Every scar a blueprint. Midnight finds him in the same chair, always the same. The city runs its nose outside the glass. He lets it all come in, he lets it pass. He doesn't answer what it didn't start. He keeps the turbulence away from art. He doesn't crack, he doesn't break his pace. He took the heat and put it in its place. Composed to the bone, control to the end. Nothing you can offer that would make him bend. Composed to the bone, that's the code he keeps. What it costs to hold it, he carries in his sleep. You see a man who carries nothing heavy. You don't see the anchor keeping him steady. Every storm that came, he stood inside. He didn't run, he didn't find a place to hide. He observes, he calculates, he waits. That's the power of a man who never breaks. Composed to the bone, control to the end. Nothing you can offer that would make him bend. There were nights the armor almost fell, when the silence had too much to tell. If I ever let composure fail, the man I am would not survive the tale. Composed to the bone, control to the end. Nothing you can offer, I don't bend. Composed to the bone, composed to the bone. Composed to the bone, control I don't bend.